Hello everyone, welcome to another video in everything you need to know about the Immortal series. Today we'll be looking at Mehmed II, the Ottoman's conqueror, and in this video we're going to see how Mehmed worked and going to see why Mehmed unfortunately is not in the current meta and haven't been basically since the release of this Immortal. Hopefully, in the future, he will get some updates here and there because I think he's one of the immortals that IK sleeps on because the concept behind him and his ultimate is really cool and also can be a really good because the damage is there, but the only reason why he's not popular because basically we have a better Earth immortal already in Alex, and also with a lot of people transitioning to away from the standard formation, and he just basically kept falling in pecking order. So yeah, in this video I'm gonna explain you guys and show you guys how he works and why he do really need some updates before he can be relevant in this meta again. So how do we obtain Mehmed? We can obtain him from harbor fragments, we can obtain him from golden path, earth fragments as well, and summoning hall, daily deal shop, which in my opinion is the easiest way if you want to max him out. You need 60 fragments to unlock him and now 60 fragments to max him out. Also, we need another like 2000-ish fragments to max his specialization out by level. But if you want to basically upgrade everything, single thing in his specialization, you're gonna need around 4,400 fragments. Let's take a look at his skill. His skills looks pretty good. His stats looks decent, but what comes to my mind when I look at his stats is the energy regen being very low, and that can be one of the things that people look at and just say, no, he's not worth it, right? But a lot of people probably been summoning for a while, like through the earth random fragments, through the philosopher stones. It would probably be good right there. And then his physical attack is actually pretty good, while his critical hit actually pretty good as well. It's just that his energy regen is very low and you know basically not useful at all unless you have like a certain skill that you can boost his energy regen up like by a lot, or basically IK needs to fix his immortal energy regen and some of the skills as well because the skills actually look pretty good and unique because remove all the debuff you have and deal physical damage 540% at level 7 and 600% when it's maxed out. To the enemy directly ahead, if the enemy dodges this damage, the skill will cast again immediately without consuming energy and deal 30% increased damage and cannot be dodged. I think this skill is very good, right? And also, if he could survive long enough, supports with dodge rate will be struggling against him. He will be doing a lot of damage to the back line with the dodge rate supports, and I can't wait for him to get higher energy regen because that's the thing that I want to try and play around. So now we are in the game, let's take a look at his ultimate visually and see if it's good or not. You can see from the start that basically his energy regen is quite slow, and also his ultimate only hit in a line in front of him, and he's doing decent damage. To be honest, I did. I was using my secondary mod just to mix him up a little bit in there. You can see here that it's doing alright. It's not that bad considering I haven't boosted him up. I haven't really upgraded him at all. And two ultimate, or basically one ultimate within 18 seconds. Now you know why a lot of people tend to stay away from him. But at the same time, if you can have this kind of mod and tank him up a little bit, and so basically if you're meeting double support backline, he can be a really good immortal. So now let's take a look at the artifact. When ultimate is triggered from dodging attack, the damage effect increases to 70%, and it's basically increased from 30% to 70%, which is not bad at all. So in total, you have the chance of potentially dealing 670% damage, which in my opinion is one of the highest in the game, apart from the Chaos Immortals and some of the Meta Immortals as well. For his specializations, I have chosen to pick Destroy Stance or Breakout. Is basically increasing crit rate, and especially after the update, the damage increase as well. So I think Frontliner is going to be more popular again. I don't know if about Mega Man is going to be popular. He definitely needs some help with the specialization, the energy region, some optimization of his skills a little bit, maybe hitting AoE damage, then I think he will be a very OP frontline. Now let's take a look at some of the skills. Here we have 3 skills and free-to-play skills. As a free-to-play, I'm probably going to play around this kind of like the OG build with the Spearman, which is going to be Anger, Fighting Will, Lifelink, and if you have the opportunity to get like the skills from KVK, I would probably go for Assembly Charge and Wind Rage as well, and pair it up with, for example, Lifelink or Fighting Will, because that I think will be a very good combo, especially as a free-to-play. You can definitely use Fighting Master in here as well if you want, but in my opinion, you don't really need that, because most of the time, if you want to play with Mehmed, he will be a secondary damage dealer to, for example, a backline or possibly another front line like Alex or something like that, right? That's possibly can be happening. And as a 3 skills, you probably wanna, if you wanna go carry, you probably wanna go Blade Vortex and Executioner. And if you wanna play around his crit, which is possible, you wanna go with Time to Shine. And if you want to have if you have a sustain march with Charles next to him, you probably can go with the battle stance as well. And also, if you're facing another, team with Alex, or heavy physical team, you have Toxin Barrier, which is going to be a very good combo for him as well. So that being said, let's take a look in the game for potential combo that you can play with him around. So here we have the Immortal guideline in the game, and you see here that the game, they recommend you to put something like this, and in my opinion, after looking at it, I do disagree, because however, I agree with Isenshin, right? But I don't agree with those two, because if you do run full Earth in the Conquest season, you are most likely gonna get destroyed by somebody use Alex, for example, right? But Mehmed, in my opinion, if you run these two together, it's gonna be okay. But I think you need like Theodora here, you need like a Genghis Khan here or something like that. I think that is a must now, because you can't really rely on Mehmed unless you're facing a double support backline with extremely high dodge. If you do that, Mehmed gonna do a lot of damage. Or to be honest, I have seen him probably like less than 5 times as a main in the past 2 years. And there's a reason why, of course. But with an update, maybe he's gonna bring back. But then again, you need like somebody that can surpass Alex, Hannibal, Hippolyta, Tutankhamun, these kind of immortals, right? In my opinion, Mehmed is very situational, not able to flex into like a lot of the modules, but I think Mehmed can be a really good immortal against some of the whale accounts with, you know, double healers and stuff like that, right? Because most of the double support backline, they probably want to go with dodge rate and stuff like that, and Mehmed 10 basically Mehmed's ultimate is going to counter that kind of stuff. So yeah, that being said, that's pretty much to conclude this video. I think he really needs some update, needs some help. Other than that, I think his ultimate is very unique and can be played around, and I think it has a potential. It's just that I think IK are sleeping on his ultimate because that ultimate looks very interesting against, you know, this kind of meta that we have right now with double support, right? So yeah, that being said, thanks you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.